Hi scientists, my name is Mariana and I'm with Scientific Adventures for Girls. Today we're going to be learning how to make different spherical objects levitate or float with a device that looks like this. All you need are a few simple materials.
For this device, you'll need tape, scissors, a pencil, a large circle to trace like a bowl or large lid, a piece of thick paper, but normal paper should work too, and a bendy straw. If you don't have a bendy straw, you can try to engineer your own L-shaped straw by using rolled up paper or cutting up a straight straw. If you have a little bit of clay or Play-Doh, you can use that too, but that is optional. For your levitating objects, you can try using a number of things. Light spherical objects work best. Try using pieces of foil rolled up into balls, cotton balls, small balloons or water balloons filled with air, or styrofoam shaped into a ball. Test to see which objects are easiest to levitate. What other objects can you think of to use? To make your device, first trace a circle onto your piece of paper using your circular object. Here I have a plastic lid. After tracing your circle, cut it out with your scissors. Next, you will need to cut your circle from one edge to the middle. An easy way to find the middle is by folding your circle in half 2 different times. The point where the 2 folds meet is the middle of your circle. Use your scissors to cut a straight line from the edge of your circle to the middle point. Then, make a cone or funnel shape by overlapping the straight edges of your circle. Tape the inside and outside of your cone so it keeps its shape. This is a great time to decorate the cone if you'd like. After you're done decorating, get your scissors and cut the tip of the cone so you have a small opening that your straw can fit through. Place the short end of your bendy straw into the bottom of your cone and tape it so it doesn't fall out. If you have clay or Play-Doh, you can take a tiny bit and wrap it around your straw inside the cone so it makes a flat surface around the opening of your straw. Now your device is ready for testing. Which objects will you test first? When you start testing which objects can levitate, I recommend that you start by blowing a steady stream of air through your straw and then carefully placing your object above your funnel in your column of air. Make sure to try a few times. All good scientists know it's important to do several trials or tests when they're testing out a new creation. I've decided to first test out different sizes of aluminum foil balls. Here's a small piece. Do you think it will float? Not very well for me. Next, let's try a medium piece of aluminum. I'm still having a bit of trouble getting it to levitate, but now let's try the large aluminum ball. It can levitate, but it took a lot of breath to keep it in the air. Can you make an aluminum ball that's easier to levitate? Next, let's try a small styrofoam ball. Wow, this one levitates pretty well, and it's much easier for me to keep it in the air than the large aluminum ball. Why do you think that is? Now I'll try out a ping pong ball. You can see that it does levitate, but it is harder for me to keep it in the air, just like the large aluminum ball. Next, I'll try a water balloon filled with air. This one floats very easily. I only need to blow out a small amount of steady air and it can float very high. Next, I'll try a normal balloon filled about halfway with air. Do you think this object will float similarly to the water balloon? It looks like it can float, but it needs much more forceful breath than the water balloon. Do you think it would be easier if this balloon was filled all the way with air? Try testing it out with your own device. Lastly, let's try a piece of cotton. Do you think this will levitate? Why or why not? Let's try it out. Not very well. Why do you think that is? How is this object different than the other objects we've tested? Now that you've seen a few objects levitate with your device, let's talk about why they're levitating. It's because of physics. When you have an object that can levitate pretty steadily, like my styrofoam ball, you're seeing the ball fly up with the force of air from my breath until it reaches a point of balance. This is where the force of gravity, which pushes the ball down, is equal to the force of the air from my breath, which is pushing the ball up. But why isn't the ball moving from side to side? Well, the ball is staying within the column of air coming from the straw because of air pressure. The air coming from the straw is moving faster than the air around it, and this means that it also has a lower air pressure than the air around it. We know this because there's a rule in physics that says the faster the air moves around an object, the lower the amount of pressure it has on that object. So, the ball is kept within the column of lower air pressure because of the higher pressure air surrounding it.
Thanks so much for joining me, scientists, and I hope you have fun making your device and testing which objects are easiest to levitate.